Hey, it's Steve from the garden, and today I'm starting broccoli, lettuces, some lavender, and petunias. Now, the varieties I got for the broccoli are I'm doing two different types. The first one is this Bell Star, and I got this Waltham 29. For the lettuces, I got Paris Island Romaine, this Ruby Red Leaf, and Grand Rapids Leaf. Now today is February 21st, and I have a target date for planting these out for March 20th. My last frost date is May 8th, so when these go out, they're going to go out into a hoop house because they'll give them a little extra frost protection because we will get cold weather still. But these plants are all cold hardy. They're good for growing in spring. Now the lavender I'm doing is just a common English lavender, and for the petunias, you're not even gonna be able to see these seeds, but I got petunia seeds I saved from last year. Um, this will be my third year growing petunias from home saved seed, and when I planted them last year, I did end up with some hybrids in there that they just naturally hybrid themselves through pollination by the bees. So anyways, let's get started with that. Now this is the Bell Star. These ones, I mean, they all look like these little balls here, and this is very typical for any kind of a brassica. These ones just happen to be kind of silverish in color. I'm just going to drop two of these in each of these holes, and I'll thin them afterward. This is the Waltham 29. You can see they're also round, but they're more of a brownish color. So, same thing. Just drop two of these in the hole. Now the reason I'm doing for the broccoli, I'm starting 6 broccolis, and I'm doing that because I will be planting broccoli pretty much every month. So every month I'll start seeds, and a month later they'll go out into the garden. Now this is the Grand Rapids leaf. These seeds, same thing. Just try to get a couple in each hole. I should mention that I did pre-moisten the starting mix here. Next up is the Paris Island Romaine. And you can see that these seeds are a little bit different color. They're a little lighter in color. I actually managed to save a couple of these from last year, but that's not what's planting here. I will do a separate germination test for the the seeds I saved myself. And last, we got the Ruby Red Leaf. These look almost identical pretty much to the romaine. So if you didn't have it marked some way, you wouldn't know until they actually came up. All right, with all the seeds in, I'm just gonna pinch the little hole closed. I am not going to put any additional soil on top of these, but I will put my plant tags in, so if something doesn't come up, I know what it is, and I can start some more at that point. And last, a humidity dome. I set these off to the side. Next up is the lavender. Now these seeds are small, so I'm actually going to use a piece of paper to help me control putting them in. You can see they are really tiny. So all I'm going to do is use the paper and just kind of tap it to get a couple seeds, hopefully only a couple, in each cell. Alright, now next up is the petunia seeds. Now these are the purple. These seeds are teeny tiny. I'm not even sure if the camera is going to pick those up, but they are like little specks. So the only way to get these, kind of space them out, is again to use like a piece of paper with a little bit of tap. I almost forgot, I actually do have some pink petunias too. Last year I had gone to Home Depot, bought like a little flat of pink ones, and I didn't manage to save some seeds from those too. So I will be planting currently 1 row of those. Alright, with all those seeds started, it's very important with the lavender and the petunias in particular that, because the seeds are so small, that you don't top water these. So when I do water them, I'll be lifting the tray up and watering the bottom tray and let that water wick up through the seed starting mix. Alright, with the seeds started, I want to show you a few other things too that I've got going. Last year, at the end of November, beginning of December, I went through and I took some cuttings from my Hope seedless grape, and they are starting to bud. Okay, here they are. I had taken 6 cuttings, and you can see they are starting to bud. So at least those 2 are going well, and I think this one over here, and even this one might be starting to bud. So I'll be able to hopefully plant those out this summer and have some additional grapevines. Another quick update I have for you is I started these sweet potatoes last week, and you can see I'm already starting to get a little bit of root development on these. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I'll put a link to it up here at the left. You can watch that one. Got my grow station set up. These are the onions. They're coming along. Pattersons. These are started January 21st. These Kenny onions were January 8th. So they're like 6 weeks old now, I think. And most of these now have 3 leaves, but there's some that have 4. And these Kenny onions over on this side were started on January 15th, so 1 week after these other ones. I actually saw one of these that had 5 leaves. And a perfect onion is supposed to have 13, so I don't know if we'll get any perfect ones, but they are coming along. If you haven't watched my garden plan video for this season, I'll put a link to it up here. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.